So today is my empties video. This is the first empties video I believe I've done, so I've been saving things up to show you what I have loved and run out of. The first is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love to spray this stuff on right when I get out of the shower on my face before I do my moisturizer or my primers. It is so refreshing. It smells so good, and I believe that it has some good things for you, but I don't know. I just love the way it smells and feels, and my skin feels so refreshed, so I love that. Next is the Suave Professional's Refresh and Revive Dry Shampoo for all hair types. So I wash my hair about 4 times a week, so in between washes I use dry shampoo, and this is the one that I was using most frequently because it is now empty. And now let's dive into my box of goodies. First is the e.l.f. Makeup Remover Cleansing Cloths. You get 20 in a pouch, and I think these were like, I want to say $2 or $3 at CVS. So I really like these. I think they work pretty well, and it's just handy to have for a couple bucks. Next is the Jane Bronzing Powder in the shade Dream. I've had this for a long time. This was one of the first matte bronzers that I ever got, and I've just had it for such a long time. It's just such a good bronzy color, and I don't like having a lot of shimmer to my bronzers, so this one has been well loved. And like I said, I've had this for years. It says you should only keep it for 12 months, so that's why I am saying goodbye to it, even though it's not completely empty. It's almost there. And it just broke. So another reason why it's going. Next, we have the Avon Skin So Soft Winter Soft Hand Cream. This stuff was by my bed, in my bedside table for a while, so I would use this before bedtime, and I just feel like it made my hands really smooth. It was like a nice overnight rich cream. Next up is a Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. You would put this on your under eye area before you would apply concealer or foundation, and I felt that it just helped to really hydrate the skin so it didn't look quite as dry and like cracky. Next is another Smashbox product. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is their High Definition Concealer, and I believe it's in the shade Fair, but it doesn't say on here. This stuff is so good. It's a really small tube. You get 0.27 fluid ounces, but it was like the perfect color for me. Amazing coverage. It just brightened up my under eye area so well. So love this one. I will have to repurchase it. Next is the Clinique Acne Solution Spot Healing Gel. This I also have had for years and years and years. And it's like to spot treat blemishes, and I would put it on at night and it would work so well. It did burn a little bit, but I think that's just the product working. But this works wonders. I did replace this. Next was a sample I believe I got in Walmart Beauty Box or Ipsy Box or something, is the Nourishing Argan Oil of Morocco Deep Hydrating Conditioning Treatment. And I used this until it was gone to kind of nourish my split and dry hair, the split ends and just the dryness, and I think it worked pretty well. Next we have CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. I feel like this was one of the first like moussey foundations, and I just love it. I think I've gone through 5 or 6 of these. I bought them when CVS was no longer carrying them, and I just kept them sealed, and I just keep opening them when I need them. I just think it has a really nice, soft, like whipped consistency. So I've gone through, 5 or 6 of these glass jars. I wish they weren't glass, but other than that, really good product. Next is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in this shade Fair. I believe I've also gone through their Neutralizer and their Brighten one, but this is the one that I have on hand. I think this is one of the best concealers out there. I like to do the shade Neutralize first and then follow up with Fair to brighten. I think that it's just a perfect combination and hasn't done me wrong yet. Next is a perfume that I have loved since my very first boyfriend back in high school. He bought this for me as a gift, and I have purchased it time and time again. This is the Gap Dream perfume. It's the purple one. It just reminds me of high school. I think it still smells wonderful. And I would purchase it again, but my husband never smells it on me. And what's the point of wearing a perfume if no one smells it? So I've since then switched over to a couple of MAC perfumes, a couple of their shade scents, and a Victoria's Secret fragrance, which I'm using right now. So Gap Dream, another empty. Next, I have a skincare product. This is the DDF Doctor's Dermatologic Formula Pro Retinol Complex 3 Moisturizer, and I used this every day under my makeup for a long time, and that is why it is empty. I just thought it was really good with moisturizing. Next is the Sephora, what is this one called? Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation in the shade, I think this is the shade Fawn. Yes, Fawn. I love this stuff. I didn't use it a lot, but I feel like I went through it fairly quickly. You get 2.5 fluid ounces, which is pretty good for a foundation. And you would just spray it on, and if there were any like patchy parts, I would just kind of pat them in with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. And this wore so well all day. It didn't get oily. It just stayed beautiful all day. And they don't carry the shade Fawn anymore. I'm really disappointed, so I'm going to have to see if I can find an equivalent shade out there. Next, we have the Maybelline Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. And I have this one, and I'm also almost through my second one. I just think it's a really good drugstore setting spray. I know that everyone says that the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray is the best. I haven't tried it yet. I just can't talk myself into spending that when I can find good setting sprays at the drugstore. So I've gone through that one. And then I have two more products. Next is another Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Light. I used this to set my foundation for months and months and months. And I do think that it helped me stay matte and not shiny. So I would definitely repurchase this, but right now I'm trying some of the newer products like the Wet n Wild powder. I'm trying some of the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent powder. I'm trying the RCMA powder. And I'm trying the Japanesque Velvet Touch face powder. So if none of those work, or when they run out, then I'll definitely repurchase this one. And last but not least is the Shazan Citrus Night Combination to Dry Skin Anti-Aging Night Cream. I believe I got this through the Thomason sampling site, I think. You apply it every night before bed, and I just felt like it helped to make my skin feel healthy in the morning. Not necessarily reduce wrinkles, it just helped to keep my skin hydrated and moisturized. So that concludes my Empties video. Feel free to leave me a comment below on what you go through the most. I have a feeling that my MAC Fix Plus will be on my next Empties video because that is running low, along with a bunch of other things that I use frequently. So let me know what you use often. I would love to hear what some of your favorites are that you just kind of empty out and repurchase all the time. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're wondering what lipstick I am wearing the Jean Genie from the MAC Color Rocker collection, in case you are wearing. So that's it. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.